Good evening. This is the D.B.S.B.F. I hope you are having an enjoyable evening and that I can lend to that experience. And I hope that I'm providing such an enjoyable experience that you feel compulsed to share this with your friends. And let that enjoyment really spread around. So last time we came up with the Dismal Man's letter. Where did you last see the Dismal Man? Somewhere far away, so far, so distant now. Damn the day I left my castle. Damn me for leaving my dreary chambers, and the twigged groves, and the companionship of my books. Damn me. Castle? Past is best left alone. It often brings pain and seldom joy. When it does, the longing of that joy twists it once more to pain. How did you become an occultist? So it looks like I've already gone through the dialogues with him, unfortunately, where I tried to break down what occurred on the map. I might have to include those. I still have the footage somewhere. Journal. Investigate the statuette, decipher the meaning of the poem. So we went through the poem together, Dismal Man's poem. The soul of a scavenger of the seas shall be found inside a bottle of lead. The last wish of a bodiless staff-bearer shall be heard from a mouth not of flesh. A drop of swarming chaos shall be stolen under the ruins once halls of wisdom, and the book shall be read which should not be read. Only then you may wish to call me by the timeless stones on the nameless isle. Only then you may wish to walk by me between the endless realms of pitch black. So that happened, and I had a conversation post facto with your outsider here, who seemed to have some insight into what. No, I don't want to part ways with him. Let's go. I ask your name. How did you become an occultist? Always been drawn to the forbidden arts, with no mentor to guide me. I took to reading the numberless black tomes and grimoires of my castle library. For decades have I revelled in their cryptic wisdom. Yeah. I betrayed everything. The timeless peace that the lone centuries granted me, my own existence. The outsider slowly regains control of its temper. I do not know how I came here, but I know why. This is my punishment. Let's go. So does it hold conversation logs? Maybe not. Return to the entrance. That's definitely a stage progression, I'd say. What creepy befallings will occur? Dun 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 dun. And the crumbling balustrades of this old Georgian house, a lackluster flicker of light unexpectedly. Get lost. Okay. We've got the Cthulhu statuette. Do you think you might have a crowbar? Let's see what you got. Here's you got a crowbar. It's got lockpicks. King's folk tail. Magnet. Test tube. Baby rattle. And some empty syringes. Metal sheets. Magnifying glass. Some bullets. That might not go amiss. But we can wait. Have we got any food? I don't think I have any food on me at the moment. I might need food. Buy all of your food. Exchange. Go. How long have I been hungry for? let's go get this statue investigated. On the proper British voice. See if I can go to sleep, shall we? Is the room available yet? Have a moment, please. Goodbye. See a tipsy, talkative-looking blonde man leaning against the bar. His reddish eyes roam the room, as if looking for someone. Sorry to bug you, sir, but may I ask a question? Go on. See, you just arrived at Mourinho's fine establishment, and I was curious whether you happened to see a rustic-looking fellow hanging around outside. Information comes of a price. I see. You will fit in perfectly in this grim world, sir, but know that you will get no secrets from me. Let me introduce myself. I'm Stanley Fredkin. I used to be a lecturer in the literature department at Miskatonic before committing wholly to my true intellectual passion, the study of folklore. But we can talk more about me later. In the meantime, may I buy you a drink, sir? No thanks. Your choice, sir. I merely wanted to set the mood for some civilized conversation. Now, what were we talking about? Why are you looking for the rustic man? You mean the university on Main Street? No, I meant the river. Don't people learn about major water bodies in school these days? Forgive me. Sometimes the sarcastic Stanley takes hold. Yes, I used to work at Miskatonic University. It is no boast to say I was a mighty fine instructor during my time at the university. What a sad day it must have been when the students learned I had chosen the path of the wandering folklorist. What have you been studying lately? Oh, I see that I've aroused your interests. I've been known to have that effect on people, being an intellectual inspiration and all. To get to your question, I've been in Vermont recording the legends of the winged ones of the hills, a very profound topic indeed. From Pennacook myths to the legends of Governor Wentworth's colonial grants, you will find mention of these winged beings from the skies. Whispers of these creatures may be found even in the folklore of the distant Himalayas. There must be a reason for these beliefs to be so widespread, right? And what do you suspect is the reason? There are things I am willing to share for the benefit of the public good, and there are things that I am not. For further analysis, and hopefully new discoveries, it is critical that we share the information we have at hand. We'd better leave this topic behind, sir. By the way, have I told you about my latest book on the King Sport law? No, you have not. It was very well received in academic circles, and among more common readers too. You must at least have heard about it, right? I don't read that much. You don't? That must be true, else you would have heard of it. Now, what are we talking about? Why are you looking for the rustic man? I'm afraid he is the one who's looking for me. I've had some minor problems with my current employer. Nothing I can't resolve, of course, but I suspect he may have sent the illiterate to find me. Who is this employer? He's a foreign investor who is interested in my advice. I see, another thing. Of course, sir, I'm glad to have the opportunity to engage in an intellectual conversation with another sophisticated mind. Rare in this town, huh? But enough about me. What's on your mind? So you study folk tales? New England folklore, to be specific. I'm sure you've heard of my book, Kingsport Folk Tales. I was very well received in academic circles, and among more common readers too. I must at least have heard about it, right? I'm going to stick with that. I don't read much. Is there anything you're not good at? Other than the vulgar athletic disciplines? No, I don't believe so. I've always maintained that with a healthy brain you can achieve anything. Remember these words, sir. Invest in your brain. I'll keep that in mind. Now, what were we talking about? Goodbye. So soon? Alright. Leave, sir. Your choice. Quickly tosses the remaining whiskey down. You're no different, of course. Sorry? Can't you recognise a person of natural quality? Do I have to tell you that out of all these people, all these clueless illiterates, I, Stanley Fredkin, have possibly discovered an escape from this hellhole? I was chosen. Tell me more. Suddenly comes to his senses. Nothing at all. Damn this vile whiskey of yours, Marino. I'd better take my leave. Possible exit. I want the rest in the attic. Of course, I hope you enjoy our special suite. He goggles for a while. After getting no response from you, he quickly gets down to business. 46, Grunto, make it quick. That's good investment, I think. Safe night's sleep. Raising insanity, provides medical treatment to herself or a companion. Medical treatment to yourself. Medical treatment. Oh, right, medical treatment to self. Medical research. 3 types of research. Right, okay. Cool. You do something? Medical treatment. Joshua Wagon. Occult research. Okay. And then the rest. First night's sleep. Oh, hello. You're not exactly acquainted with your immediate surroundings. Here in the desolate urban setting, you don't feel like a stranger either. Is this Arkham? Perhaps a forgotten corner of which you've never seen. Amidst the Cimmerian stillness, there stands a forlorn figure, barely present, but inescapably real. Looks a bit like H.P. Lovecraft. He seems to be walking towards a certain house along the street before stopping to look at you. This place, alien, yet almost familiar. His aloftness is in contrast with his contemplative eyes, under which you glimpse a sea of wonder. Isn't that the heart of the matter? To be somewhere foreign? To escape? If I must form a conjecture, a strong desire must have conduced to the peculiar circumstances of our meeting. Looks at you attentively with unblinking eyes. You're a wanderer, like me perhaps. The timbre of his voice consists of sublime overtones. Why would you be here if you weren't? What is it that brought us all together? It seems our paths have crossed in this vast realm lying beneath the prosiness of the conscious world. As for your question, I'm just another lost passenger, so don't expect all the answers from me. Broodingly. But the real question revolves around you, doesn't it? Perhaps you've been compelled to seek a memory which isn't yours at all. His eyes darken. You emanate a tragic aura, source of which is most dire. And what do you seek? Or what's behind that door? What's behind that door? A brief pause, and his definitive answer cuts right through this tension of Stygian abstractness. Inspiration. Know this, wanderer. There will be a price to pay when you have no option but to cling to visions brim with unutterable horrors in order to procure your only means of subsistence, however maddening they may be. That sounds poetic. Are you an artist, perhaps? I won't grant an answer that easily. Knowledge of someone is a powerful thing, and this premise applies even in dreams. But I'll offer you a chance, since you have intruded my fantasy. I'll tell you of my journeys, and you will tell me who I am. In a frigid but lyrical tone, refraining from the pageantry of the mundane, a boy shall wander into the path of prophecy. Nebulous is the truth of all things future and past, dwelling beyond the serpent's lair, for none but see to him. Only the forbidden he shall thereafter seek, lurking in the labyrinths, as so forgotten and forlorn. Plagued will be those upon whom he shall touch, hailed by the oblivion which they will have forebone. Carried away to his fantasy on wings ethereal, a toilsome quest he shall embark upon so sedulously. Resplendence of his dreams, however, is not to remain, thus the search for the silver key must begin duly. Exalted he will be in the deathless continuum, wild and free, resigning from the world to embrace all that was and will ever be. Answer me then, who am I? You try your wits, if not your luck, in order to find the identity of the man before you. His face assumes an unfavourable expression. To walk the dreamlands, you should be able to read the signs that lie beyond what is suggested to you. It seems that you're not endowed with such a capability. The apparition, blacker than the fathomless, uncharted gulfs of spatial remoteness, descends fiendishly upon you. Try to fight the night terror. Try to fight the night terror survival. You're too feeble, and the blackest of terrors ravenously consumes you. But soon the terror, having satiated itself, recedes as insidiously as it encroached. The stranger has a look of pity on his face. You don't have the will of a true wanderer, but since you've come this far, you'll hear my name. My name is Randolph Carter. Diverts his gaze to the dulcet skies. Now if you'll excuse me, I must cover a long way to eternity. Randolph Carter, I guess I met your wife. She's looking all over for you. Okay, he's in some weird dreamland then? Gained 6 sanity and 15 health after some rest. Made a discovery in medical research. Powdered cocaine. Treated Joshua Whittingham for 7 health. You visited strange places in your dreams. Gained 7 sanity and 6 health after some rest. Made progress in the occult research of Danforth's Compass. Discovered the power of Danforth's Compass. Treated Joshua Whittingham for 7 health. So now doing a lot better in the health department. So how do I find that lady now then? Is there anything... Oh, we progressed the story as well. From our point of no progression, we are moving up in the